ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
Hospitals across San Diego County still reeling from the pandemic despite a drop in cases. Why the damage may last for several years.
Plus the growing opposition to the potential placement of 2 predators in the East County. Neighbors want to know why it has to be that location. Team 10 is digging into the placement process. And
why would somebody take my only child?
A desperate plea from the family of a local sailor who was gunned down on his doorstep. The shooter is still on the loose tonight. The powerful message from his loved ones.
ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
In just 1 hour, President Biden will deliver a primetime speech to a joint session of Congress as he prepares to mark 100 days in office. Good evening. I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. That speech will look different than in years past because of the pandemic. And as we take a live look at the Capitol building, the president is expected to tout his administration's accomplishments and outline his plans for the future. ABC's Andrew Dimbert is in Washington with a preview.
Tonight, President Joe Biden addressing a joint session of Congress, the annual speech on the state of the country reshaped by COVID-19 and the lingering effects of January's Capitol riot.
The speech will, of course, look and feel different from past years.
In his speech, the president expected to call on Congress to take action on his infrastructure plan, as well as immigration and gun reform, in addition to his other policy priorities. Despite Biden's calls for unity, comments ahead of the address have been split down party lines.
He'll be helping us look back on just how difficult and divisive the last year was.
There's a difference between what they say and what they actually do.
Biden looking to rally support amongst the American people for his legislative agenda. Top of that list, his $2.3 trillion infrastructure package. Democrats and Republicans thus far not making much progress. The president also expected to push his American Families Plan, an investment in education and child care.
To take the case directly to the American people about the vital need for action on the jobs plan and the families plan.
And the White House is looking to raise taxes on the wealthiest Americans to pay for some of these plans. It's a non-starter for GOP lawmakers.
The Biden administration seems to have given up on selling actual unity in favor of catnip for their liberal base.
While the Senate Majority Leader says Biden's leadership style, as well as his policies, are a breath of fresh air.
President Biden is not constantly stoking division, outrage, racial animus.
And President Biden's remarks will be historic because for the first time in U.S. history, 2 women, Vice President Kamala Harris and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, will be right behind the president for his address. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
And you can watch President Biden's address live right here on ABC 10. It will begin at 6 o'clock, followed by a special edition of ABC 10 News. Now to New York, and where federal agents are moving forward with their investigation into Rudy Giuliani. They carried out a search warrant at his home and office in Manhattan early this morning, seizing his phone, electronic devices, and other items. Reports claim investigators are examining his efforts to dig up dirt in Ukraine on former President Trump's rivals. Giuliani has served as Trump's personal lawyer, leading the efforts to overturn the results of last year's election.
It is a remarkable fall from grace for Rudy Giuliani over the last couple of decades, going from America's mayor, one of the most popular and prominent politicians in the country, to now someone who's the target of this federal investigation.
There was no immediate comment from Giuliani or his attorney regarding today's search warrant. The FBI and federal prosecutors also declined to comment.
Now to the latest on the coronavirus. The number of vaccinated Americans is growing. More than 141 million people in the U.S. have gotten at least 1 dose. But it's still unclear how long it could take to get to herd immunity because fewer shots have been given in recent days. However, the director of the CDC says she doesn't feel the impending doom she felt just a few weeks ago.
You know, I have a feeling of cautious optimism now. We were seeing cases go up. We were seeing people relaxing their measures, and I was really worried that we were in for yet another surge. I will say we have plateaued our cases. Cases are starting to come down.
Her comments come just 1 day after the CDC relaxed its mask guidelines, saying fully vaccinated Americans no longer have to wear masks during some outdoor activities. San Diego County is ramping up efforts to get more people vaccinated. It's expanding vaccination hours and increasing education campaigns. As ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz explains, this comes as hospitals are still reeling from the pandemic.
San Diego County leaders hinting we're in the home stretch of COVID-19.
Our economy is coming back. Kids are back in school. Our Padres are winning. People are getting vaccinated. All in all, we're in a really good position and continue to do very well.
In a press conference Wednesday, Supervisor Nathan Fletcher announcing plans to get more people vaccinated.
We're exploring the feasibility of a 24-hour location, a lot of shift workers and different type folks. Again, just working to try and provide more options and more convenient ways to make it a little bit easier for folks to get.
The county also expanding public information campaigns, hoping to target people still hesitant about getting the shot. New CDC guidance released Tuesday says fully vaccinated people do not need to wear a mask outdoors. The county says they're echoing that same guidance, but they don't think enforcement is necessary.
Never in San Diego County has someone, been punished for not doing it. I mean, we have trusted, and we think we've seen widespread adherence to that, which is, again, why I think we've done well as a region.
California currently has the lowest case rate in the country, but while things are starting to get back to normal, our healthcare systems may be struggling for years to come. According to the California Hospital Association, hospitals lost more than $14 billion in 2020, and they could lose another $2 billion this year. The financial damage may last for several years. With the help of more vaccines, any extra toll on hospitals may be slowing down. Jennifer Dela Cruz, ABC 10 News.
The county says within the next week, they'll expand some vaccine site hours to 8 p.m. They expect the 24-hour sites to begin shortly after that. The San Diego Unified School District is already looking ahead to the summer, just weeks after getting its students back in the classroom. The district says it will be offering a summer school program called Level Up San Diego. The goal is to help students prepare for the next school year. That program will include in-person learning during the morning, Monday through Friday. In the afternoon, students will be able to participate in enrichment activities, such as learning how to kayak or fly a drone.
We've partnered with the San Diego Foundation to have our community-based nonprofits do enrichment, and engagement programs for students in the afternoon. So we're very excited about what we're building for the summer.
The program will be offered for free to all K-12 students. Enrollment will open next month. And you can follow any developments surrounding the pandemic by downloading our free mobile app. Just go to the App Store and search 10 News.
There are growing concerns over the potential placement of 2 sexually violent predators in an East County community. Neighbors want to know why that location was chosen. Our ABC 10 News investigative reporter Jennifer Kastner is digging into the placement process and how one county supervisor is fighting back.
That supervisor said Wednesday that changes need to be made to policies that he says are dumping a disproportionate number of sexual offenders in East County. Concerns raised Wednesday over the complicated quest for answers as to how 2 sexually violent predators, or SVPs, could soon be living inside this suburban Mount Helix home in unincorporated East County.
So the proposed house is about 3 or 4 homes down from us and across the street.
Sarah Hollis contacted us after learning that SVPs Douglas Badger and Merle Wakefield might move in.
We just want to know how this house was chosen.
Here's how the process works. According to the DA's office, the California Department of State Hospitals recommends a location to the court after reviewing all the options in the county. Then the public can weigh in, and after another court hearing, a judge will make a ruling.
I'd love to see some type of housing report or a housing committee formed.
According to the state, the court can appoint a county organization to help with the housing search and form a committee of representatives from local law enforcement, the DA's office, and other county administrators. But counties are not required to form a committee. If they decide not to, the search is still conducted and findings are relayed to the court. The court wrote to us, the search committee is not something that the court would be in charge of requesting. The DA's office wrote, we did not make a request for a housing search committee. The office added that it's not aware of any committees between the state and other DA's offices in the state, and no such committees have ever been used in San Diego County.
They say that they're not dumping, but I think if you go to the dictionary, you'll see 67% is the definition of dumping.
Wednesday, Supervisor Joel Anderson said that a disproportionate number of SVPs are being dumped in East County. He testified last week at a hearing over the placement of Badger, which a judge is still deciding on. Wakefield has a hearing in 2 weeks. Anderson said he's calling to reconvene the San Diego Sex Offender Management Council to review and enhance the notification process. The council hasn't met in more than a year because of COVID. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Warning signs are now posted at the San Elijo State Campground after a small cliff collapse. Sky 10 flew over the scene this afternoon. No injuries were reported, but lifeguards are warning people to stay away from that area. Turning now to weather, get ready for a warm up. It is beautiful outside though. Temperatures across San Diego County are expected to rapidly rise over the next 24 hours. ABC 10 News meteorologist Angelica Campos is joining us with more on what to expect. Hi, Angelica.
Hi, Lindsay. I think a lot of people would say today is pretty perfect. Of course, we're making up for the cloudy skies and a little bit of rain early this week. Now we're heading into a different direction. Santa Ana winds will be developing as we go into late today, and temperatures already made it to 70 degrees in Chula Vista, 72 in San Diego. Technically speaking, those numbers are above average, but the kind of warm up we're going to see for the next couple of days could be another 10 degrees higher than the temperatures from today, maybe even 15 degrees warmer. It is beautiful outside, just looking drier for the rest of the week. You can see the entire county is feeling the heat, but some of the hottest places will be, of course, our inland communities and to the foothills, where temperatures could average in the low to mid 90s through the end of the week. Then we'll start to see a cool down. So we'll break it all down coming up.
Angelica, thank you. San Diego is changing the way the city decides which streets and other infrastructure get prioritized for repairs. The city will now consider equity. That means addressing roads and infrastructure in underserved communities that have long felt neglected and ignored. City Council member Vivian Moreno joined us this morning on ABC 10 News at 11. She says that some parts of town shouldn't be favored over others.
You should be able to walk into any park of the cities that is part of the cities of San Diego, and it should look the same, it should feel the same, and it should smell the same, right? You shouldn't walk into a park and say, I'm in Carmel Valley or I'm in South Bay, Egger. And so this is really what we're trying to get a hold of.
Besides roads, areas that will be addressed include sidewalks, green spaces, and bike paths. Some Oceanside residents are not happy with a proposed development on the city's last open farmland. A few of them protested before today's city council meeting. We're now taking an in-depth look at the development and the concerns surrounding it. South Morro Hills covers 3,500 acres in the city's northeast corner. It's what you see highlighted in yellow right there on the map. The current plan calls for lowering the minimum acreage per lot and clustering homes in 20-acre parcels of land. Now, the red spot in the corner down there had been the North River Farms project, which voters rejected in November. Opponents of the current plan wanted to focus less on housing and more on tourism.
They would put in wineries, bed and breakfasts, restaurants, cafes, farm stands, any type of venue that a tourist would like to go to out in that valley.
The Oceanside City Council met today to discuss a draft of the framework for the project. We have reached out to city planners for more details on the South Morro Hills plan. We are waiting to hear back.